By Afghan standards, the Panjshir is a peaceful place, but still within range of Taliban artillery, so we don't hang around for long. The only car for hire was a vintage Russian Volga, which our driver Ghulam has rebuilt many times over.
The car is 20 or 25 years old. You're saying the road is dangerous because it's not a very good road. It's broken.
The dirt track is heavily pockmarked by bombing raids and anti-tank mines, the result of 20 years of war.
We're going to fall over into the river.
Ghulam said he'd take us up the Panjshir as far as his Volga would take us, along the same road that Alexander the Great travelled in his conquest of the East. This is still a strategic route, mostly for the trafficking of guns and semi-precious stones. From the looks of it, Alexander had an easier time of it than the Soviets, whose once mighty armory took a beating from the Mujahideen, or Afghan holy warriors, when they tried to pass through the valley.
The Russians never took this valley, huh? It's like a museum of Russian military equipment in this valley. Tanks, armored personnel carriers, anti-aircraft guns. It must have been very frightening for the soldiers, you know? They see all of this and then they get blown up. These are Taliban prisoners of war who were caught in the fighting. Some of them are from Pakistan.
Afghanistan is no stranger to foreign meddling. The Mujahideen continue to defend the Panjshir against the Taliban militia, who were supported by neighbouring Pakistan. With over 1 million people killed in the fighting, an Afghan suspicion of outsiders often runs deep.
This is one of the many graveyards that you find all across Afghanistan. And the green flags signify flags for the martyr, the shaheed, those martyred during the Holy War. Salam baba, چطور هستی؟ خوب هستی؟ چطور هستی؟ مونده نباشی؟ چی میکنی؟
من خواجه صاحب
خواجه مثلا خبر داری از نجات؟
من برای مدت 10 ماه میشه که من در خاک پنجشیر دیگه هستم.
دینشا اینا گفت جنگ است، نه؟ جنگ با طالبان.
میشه انشاءالله تعالی هر جا که باشه ناورست نابود میشه. اون مردمایی هستن که امریکایی هستن، مردمای انگلیسی هستن.
What this man is saying is death to all infidels, including Americans and British. I happen to be both. Many times I have sat down to a meal with Afghans, and without irony they talk about slitting the throats of all foreigners. These are not idle threats, but to most Afghans, a friend is a friend regardless.
He lost several of his relatives during the Soviet occupation, from bombing and from bullets as well, including his father.
After several days of driving through